a lot of people have replaced their cameras completely with their smartphone camera. That's how far the cameras on smartphones have come. But holding your smartphone like this is generally not going to yield you the best results. Usually you're going to need something to mount your phone on so you can get those nice, smooth shots. So one of the tools I have used with my iPhone 15 Pro and then my iPhone 16 Pro over the last couple months is this Freewell Genius Vision kit right here. And this kit is very cool. There's so many different versatile use cases with it, and I have tested them all out, and I absolutely love what this kit does, and I love the footage that I can capture when using this. Now, the Vision Kit is a filming rig for the iPhone that has several different components to it. So what I want to do is I want to show you those components, and I want to show you how to mount your phone in there and how to use them. Right here we have the cage for our phone, and the way you install this is you open these two clamps here at the bottom. Right here, they just pull out, and then you take your phone and you just want to line up the lenses on your camera right here with this part. So there's only one way it can go in, and then you're just going to gently press it down in. It is a fairly tight fit, but it is rubber, and then you just snap each of these clamps into place. They gently go up, and then you've got your phone mounted, and that's the first part. So this is what it looks like on the other side with your phone mounted in there. And you do, of course, have to make sure your phone is not in a case when you're mounting it in here. The next component we have here is called the Genius, and this can serve a couple different purposes. One of those purposes can be clamping onto the side to be one of the handles if you're using it with both handles on. But the other purpose is this is a tripod. So what you can do here is you can unscrew it, and you've got a tripod right here that you can mount this cage on, and I'll show you in a moment how to do that. But for now, I'm going to clamp this on the one side. We've got several different snap clamp areas on this cage, and I generally like to work with the bottom one. So it just snaps right into place there. And the other side, the other handle, is called the Genius. And what this is this doubles as a secondary handle, but it also doubles as a monopod. So you can extend this quite far. And what you can do with that is you can use this on the top of the cage if you want to have one grip on the cage. And so what I'm going to do with this side is I'm also going to clamp this on the bottom here. And once those are in place, you've got your two handles here. And the other thing I wanted to mention is right here on this side is the Bluetooth remote control. You can turn this on and pair it with your phone, and you can control your phone with this. And you can either have it on here, it magnetically mounts here, or you can just use it handheld. You can start and stop recording, which is great if you're not right there by your phone, or if you don't want to press on this to mess up any of your shots. And then an additional accessory that I have here is this is an SSD mount. And basically what you can do is if you're recording in log on your iPhone, for instance, which I often do, that log footage takes up a ton of space. I think every minute of footage is about 6 gigabytes in size. So if you want to record to an external SSD, like I often do, you can easily mount this in here. This has a clamp and you mount it in there. And then it's also got a guide to route your USB-C cable through. And then of course you can plug it in to your iPhone. And each of these has a hot shoe mount on top of them. So I usually put it on top of one of these right here. And then I've got it right there, and it's out of the way of filming, and it's not going to get in my way. And there are 4 different cold shoe mounts on here. There's one on here, one right here, one up here, and there's one over here to the side. So depending on how you have this mounted, you've got a lot of options there for external lights, external microphones, lots of stuff you can do with this cage, which is really nice. So let's say you'd like to use this with a tripod. What you would do is you would unclamp both of these right here, and then you're gonna take off the tripod right here, and all you gotta do is mount it down here in the bottom. And then you can open up the feet and right there, and you can stand up your phone on a tripod, and you can have it filming you with the front camera, or you can rotate it around and have it filming with the back camera. And then let's say you want to use the monopod feature. What you would do is you would take this other one, you can attach this right here on the top, and then this does rotate. So what you can do is you can then extend this out, and then what you have is you have the ability to use it like this for filming, which is one of my favorite ways to use it. I'll turn it around here so you can see as well, because you can have this going like this, nice and smooth with one hand. And there are a lot of filming situations where I like having this filming like this. I find it's sometimes easier than using both hands, so you can do that. And of course in monopod mode, you can also hook this onto a larger tripod if you need to, or anything with that 1/4-20-inch mount. And really the possibilities are endless because you don't just have to clip this here. You can clip this in other places as well. And depending on how you clip it is going to affect how you can use it. So you could put it on there. If you wanted a vertical type of filming, you could put it on the bottom if you want to. So you can have it mounted on there. You of course can put it the other way as well. So you could essentially use it as a selfie stick, which is very cool. The possibilities really are endless with this. And of course with the Mono Genius, you also can detach it fully right here. And on the end, you have a 1/4-inch 20 mount. So you can take this and you can also mount it to the cage and you can film like this. You can have it on here. And so if you want to talk to the camera with it horizontally, you can do that. You also could mount it so you're talking vertical because you've got a couple mounts down here as well. And it's also worth noting that at the top here, these rotate 360 degrees. So that also adds additional flexibility. There are so many different combinations of how you can mount all of these components together. You pretty much can cover any filming situation that's handheld. And this cage does also allow you to mount other filters from Freewell on here. So I'm going to turn this over a moment. One of my favorites to use is the anamorphic one. I love the anamorphic filter. It gives that nice 1.33 cinematic ratio. And you can easily mount the filter on here. And when you mount the filter on here, you can use it. I personally love the Blackmagic camera app because I can control a lot of settings manually in there. And this app does also have an anamorphic de-squeeze that's built into it. That option is right down here, and you can set it to the 1.33x. So I really like this app. I highly recommend it. There is no cost for the Blackmagic camera app. It is a no-cost download, and I love all the customizations you can do with this app. So if you're looking to capture more cinematic footage with your Samsung or iPhone, I highly recommend checking out the Freewell Genius Vision Kit. I've linked to this kit in the description below.